With the Russian involvement and their ambitions of creating an Africa Corps, it's something of great concern to all the countries, because it will further destabilize the region. It would further destabilize Africa, because you can see that their ambitions with this Africa Corps and the involvement of Russia and private military companies, if you will, in the Central African Republic, and now with this involvement in Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, you can see that it would create an arc more or less around Nigeria. So the only missing link now in the puzzle is Chad. So we're quite concerned about that, which is why we continue to engage the Russians. Other countries are also very much concerned about that. But the fact remains that we have to collaborate, we have to work together with all of these countries to bring about peace, to fight terrorism in the region. Russia should be aware of what transpired in Dien Bien Phu in Vietnam. You remember when the Americans went out, the French came in, and they both ended up losing disastrously and pulling out. So now we have a situation where there was G5 Sahel, there was Operation Barkhane in the Sahel. Nigeria was not invited to it, it was not a party to it, and clearly the French lost out. The European Union lost out with its EU Sahel strategy. They pulled out. And now the Russians are gradually, getting involved. So they have to be careful. They have to realize that for these sort of peacekeeping operations or measures to be effective, you have to involve countries like Nigeria. We led ECOMOG, and we succeeded in peace building where other countries have not succeeded in other parts of the world. Sierra Leone, Liberia, they are clear examples of what Nigeria can achieve. I can't even remember the second part of your question. Sorry, you have to. I got so carried away in answering the first part.
Yeah, the second part of my question was French politics as regards eco-currency.
Exactly.
And all of that. And let me top it up with you by saying, does ECOWAS have a position on the Gaza war? So that I'm going to top it up with you. But French, financial politics, the ECO, and those countries that spend France. And does the ECOWAS have a position on Gaza war?
Yeah, clearly there was a revolt against the continuing involvement of France in influencing or even controlling the common currency that the former French colonies had in the region. At some point, you remember that, in fact, their reserves, I think, were domiciled in Paris. And due to complaints and agitations, even among the EU countries, some said this is tied to the upsurge in irregular migration. They criticized France for it. And after that, the home of the foreign reserves was moved from Paris to Dakar. So these agitations existed even before the unconstitutional changes of government in the former French colonies that are today the AES countries. So there's that move there, and that is why also the creation of an equal currency is most germane. It would further unite us, unite Anglophone, Francophone, Lusophone countries in the region. And we continue to work at that. We have to first and foremost reach convergence. And that's why in opening I talked about legal and regulatory convergence, which is very important. There's so many things that are happening in terms of this convergence to do with livestock, to do with water systems, West Africa power pool that ECOWAS has achieved, and milestones. And unless you attain that, having a common currency would not be